Much as there is to otherwise admire, Quinn's high-pitched enthusiasm grated, even with me.
It's 15 months since I was where you dudes are now, on the verge of getting real and dirty for the first time. And I was nervous, thinking, will my nerve hold under real enemy fire? It did. Will it be different? Whoa, hang on for a minute. This is...
Each of us in the sim room veered to the right, involuntarily imagining the sudden additional G-force that Quinn's maneuver was adding to his craft, that we were experiencing as virtual. Instinctively too, I straightened the craft using an imaginary joystick.
I have incoming.
I gulped. The screen showed 4 missiles accelerating across the vacuum, following our trajectory. The bright yellow points of light had a speed far in excess of Quinn's Schmetterling 109V. I cringed, expecting imminent impact.
Yeehaw!
Quinn's Schmet fell away rapidly at an angle, then turned through 12.6 degrees and shot even faster for about 2 seconds. It turned 31.5 degrees, after 0.9 seconds rose upwards at 87.1 degrees. 0.4 seconds later it angled 2.7 degrees. I felt my stomach and some other organs heave, even though I was not actually experiencing the Gs. At each point of turn a bright flash appeared momentarily.
Flit like a butterfly, sting like a wasp. That, dudes, is butterfly mode.
Fighters designed with butterfly mode can fly erratically with rapid random changes in direction, while depositing mines at each tangent node to take out tracer missiles. Regathering my senses, I checked the screen for the missiles. They're gone. Only slightly calmer, Quinn's voice resumed commentary.
And that, my new buddies, is your introduction to butterfly mode. And now you know why we don't eat before missions, and this is proper Earth tech, 100%. Alien planets have no butterflies to emulate.
We didn't get acceleration speeds like that on our own.
Flit like a butterfly, sting like a wasp.
For fuck's sake.
It's his tagline. Lucky Quinn can't hear us. Quinn accelerated in and up, taking his Schmet out of the Earth's shadow and into eye-stabbing sunlight.
Yeehaw! The real thing is so much better, and y'all going to know this real soon.
In 21 hours. Quinn was alluding to our scheduled first sortie into the battle zones. In just over 21 hours, fully integrated into my Schmet, my skills, honed by 3 years of intense simulation, will be tested against real weaponry. Scary! I was relieved when Quinn docked safely. I want to be like Quinn. He is an apt like me. He started his apprenticeship at the SAA a year younger than me, at 7. I've followed him since he graduated 15 months back. Did Quinn get ribbed by the scripts in his squadron, like me and Petch do? Our novice squadron adjourned to the canteen and noisily selected our preferences. Before I could sit, Lieutenant Busy entered and we clattered to attention. Okay. Listen up. My advice is to eat well and high cal. Your first sortie is 21 hours away and you will need to be nil by mouth after this, until after your return. Intravenous is available, but I think you will agree, not so attractive.
Sir!
We replied in unison before she turned and left us to our nosh and natter.
So, Biden, what lights your fire with all this?
Ish, a script, had sat down to my right. I didn't feel comfortable talking one-to-one with a script. Script start older, induction 12, grad 15 to 16. Back to civvy life, if they survive the 2 years. For apps it's our career. What do you mean?
You know, you're so keen. Where does all that come from?
Axis killed my dad.
Okay, I get that. Which squadron?
He wasn't a pilot like us. He was a civvy nav.
Huh?
Mom said it was all like Sim once. Without leaving her bedroom, she could chew on a pizza crust, or suck a pot noodle, while guiding the crosshairs on target, and then kick back to wait for the blast flash to overload the drone's camera. No discernible change from sim to real kill. But then, the new tech rendered all console-to-drone signals detectable and traceable to source in an instant. They blasted him at my gran's home. My gran was killed too, and 7 neighbors.
Bad.
I nodded.
Axis may have fired the missiles, but the tech is Centauri. The real blame lies with them.
I had heard this before, and it riled me. Look, there are no centaurs here. Axis and IPC are our sworn antags. They are the only ones doing the killing, the only ones I can kill back.
Okay, little bro, keep it cool.
I held a breath and released some sedative into my brain. Sorry.
That's okay, dude. I was just saying that without the Centauri tech, we wouldn't be in this cess, you know? I mean, the IPC used to be useless compared to us and Axis. Suddenly, they're in pole. When IPC attacked Moscow, Tehran, Addis Ababa and Joburg, our science geeks knew straight away that this was alien tech and suspected the betas. A couple of years later, Axis retaliated with the arms constructed from the Delta blueprints. Then they attacked us. So when the Gammas offered us similar tech, we had to accept.
Chalk had overheard us.
Yeah, but they make us wait, often for years.
When we ask for something, we usually get it. But with more than 4.25 light years distance, it means it takes 9 years from request to answer each time. Still, you're right. Without it, we'd be smashed by the IPCs or Axis.
God save the Gammas, Petch said, raising her mug in a toast. We all responded, but with different levels of enthusiasm. Not everyone seems so sure. Without their help we would be dust by now.
Yeah, but the Gammas only intervened because their ops, the Betas and the Deltas, upgraded the Asians and Axis first. It wasn't some great act of kindness.
Maybe, but thank God they did.
It is what it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nothing we can do about it. We're stuck in a war whipped up by our stellar neighbours. I heard that they've been interfering in our affairs here for decades, possibly even centuries.
That's conspiracy shit.
Yeah, just speculation. We don't know anything about them for sure.
Well, yeah, they know a lot more about us.
How come?
We were blasting TV programs out across the universe for decades.
Don't they do the same?
Not anymore, if they ever did.
We know they must have a similar physiology to us because of the ergonomics of the designs they send.
Not really. They know what we look like and what the limits of our physiology are. They're designed to fit us. For all we know, they may look like jellyfish.
It is what it is.
Well, one good thing for sure is they forced us all to get rid of our nukes. That's got to be good, right?
Only because they do not want their guinea pigs to wipe ourselves out. They probably have a centuries-old truce out there.
I worry they will get fed up with us and just come here.
They are never going to travel here. Too far. We know roughly from the tech they give us just how much more advanced they are, but they are nowhere near light speed travel. Even at 1 million kilometers per hour, it would take them over 4,500 years to get here.
Huh, so instead they just send instructions to their chosen puppets.
And we obligingly tested for them, on each other. We can't stop this war.
Why not?
If the Asians or Axis offer a truce, would you trust them? How could you know it wasn't a con just to buy time, maybe to perfect a new weapon? The short answer is, we can't.
Embarrassed by the silence that followed, I felt obliged to break it. Well, that's depressing.
Yeah, sorry. Look, let's get some serious R&R in ahead of plug-in tonight.
Without saying so, I decided to decline. I'll induce a few hours sleep. Dry shower. Then test my interfaces ahead of loading. Maybe an hour's sim would help.
If it don't change soon, there'll be hell to pay.